Basically, I broke the staging somehow. It's supposed to be that when you decouple the first stage, it also fires off the escape tower, because after the first stage is gone, you won't need it. That's the idea anyhow. But I kind of like did it wrong. I guess I had a different idea at the same time. Awesome. Okay, here goes. Alright, at this point, we still have a thrust-to-weight ratio above 1, and actually you can see that in the flight engineer. I didn't even think about that. I was just thinking about the fact that I'd seen the statistic earlier that says that. And I'm going to, uh-oh, what was that weird noise when I went to map view? Everything seems fine. Yeah, but that was a strange noise. Alright, so our apoapsis is rising. I think when it gets to 50, we'll pitch over to our velocity vector. Alright, so now we're pitching over to our velocity vector. And we're going to kind of keep it locked on here until it gets to 70, I think. I don't know. See, the thing is, this has a thrust-to-weight ratio barely above 1, so I'm not quite sure. Let's see, is our apoapsis getting away from us? Yes, it is. So that means everything is going according to plan. This is actually really good. So I'm going to try and keep it on the velocity vector. In fact, I'm going to just keep it on the velocity vector or slightly below, and just kind of ride that out till it gets to 65. Yeah, at 65, I'll just go ahead and pull it the rest of the way over. I'm making this up all as I go, you know, so it's not like I came up with a flight plan for this vehicle. I just kind of, this is my testing process right here. Throttling down, as you might have noticed, and basically the idea is we want to burn as low as we can. We want to kind of gradually get up to orbit. We don't want to, you know, just because it's more efficient this way. So that's why. Also, let's keep an eye out for the moon, because that's our target. And I'm going to throttle down again, because we're about to reach 70 kilometers apoapsis. And let's see, the moon is right above us, so we've actually missed our opportunity to go this time around. So we're going to have to orbit once and then fire for the moon. And as you can see, we're approaching apoapsis, and our apoapsis is slowly rising, and it's not quite at 70 yet, but it will be soon. Once we ditch this stage, we'll have a thrust-to-weight ratio of 0.5, I believe. So that's a slight bit of a concern. However, this stage should comfortably get us into orbit, so we don't even have to worry about that. And see, everything's going according to plan once I fix that stupid engine issue at the launch stage, you know. The first stage gets us halfway to orbit, the second stage gets us the other halfway to orbit, the third stage gets us to the moon, the lander lands, the command module returns. Simple, assuming we get into orbit. So I could actually probably reduce the amount of fuel in the second stage, and have it still work right. I probably don't want to do that because it's nice to have a little margin for error. And I'm going to go ahead and throttle up because we're getting pretty close to our apoapsis. Actually, I'm going to throttle back down now because our apoapsis is getting away from us. Kind of want to just keep it in front of us until we're in orbit, because that way is more efficient. Or actually, the best way really is to be at apoapsis and burning and keeping yourself there, but that only makes sense if you can burn it just the right way to do that. But whoops. Oh, we're not in orbit. I thought I accidentally got into orbit. That'd be kind of funny. Yes, I accidentally got into orbit. Sorry. I'm going to move the flight engineer out of the way of the resources tab because I want to keep an eye on the electric charge, which actually isn't running out, and that may be because of an alternator on this engine. Oh yes, there is a probe core on this thing as well, so that you can remote control the command module. So that can eat away at the electricity a little bit. Gonna try and move this down a bit. Okay, and burn a little more. Just trying to get into a really low orbit, obviously, and wow, I love that. It gives you your thrust in kilonewtons when you're throttled up. That's cool. 6.6 kilonewtons. Oh yes, and our thrust to weight ratio is now 2 again. And we still got 6.1 seconds of full throttle burn time. Or is that at minimum throttle burn time? I'm not quite sure. Really? Well, in any case. Ooh, we're so close. See, I like to be a bit of a perfectionist in getting to orbit, so it takes me a little longer, but there we go. That's close enough. Like I said, I like to be a little bit of a perfectionist, not much of a perfectionist. Somewhere around here is where we'll want to execute our burn to the moon. Somewhere around there. Oh, see? Yep. Ooh-wee. Looks like right about there is where it's going to be the best. But yeah, if I just execute this burn, pretty much, then I can go to the moon. So what we're going to do at this point is, even though there's fuel in here, we're going to ditch it, because we're going to pretend that that stage no longer exists. Because that was just to get us into orbit. And it did its job. Let's see how close we were. Come on, moon, rise any second now. Come on. You know you want to. What the hell? Oh, there it is. So yeah, we set our burn for a little earlier than moonrise. Oh, I forgot to actually engage the engine. That would have helped. Of course, that burn time might have actually been better than the burn time we actually chose. I don't know. Anyhow, I'm just gonna watch the meter go down for a bit, and then I'll switch. I forgot I changed the flag. I changed the flag for testing purposes. I wanted to change it back to the default, but I forgot to. So yeah, we got that flag. Whoa! Oh, I thought that was gonna hit us for a moment. That would have been bad. Still got a lot of fuel left. Like, this stage can definitely take us to the moon with room to spare. Let's see, in the Apollo thing, I believe it was first stage gets you like halfway to orbit, second stage gets you the rest of the way to orbit, or, you know, some ratio thereof, that 2 stages to orbit. Then the third stage was just a transfer stage. Then the command module slowed down into orbit. Then the lander landed, and the top of the lander came back up, obviously, docked, transferred the crew over, and the command module came back, and then ditched, and, you know, just the capsule. Now the question is, does this command module have enough fuel in this tiny little tank to get us in orbit at the moon and get us back? Because that's something I probably should have considered, or thought about more. That command module might need more fuel up there. But that's what the testing is for. That's why we're testing. So our orbit's getting pretty close to the moon, relatively speaking. So I'm throttling down so I can be more precise about how I get this encounter. Okay, now this encounter has us going I like this encounter. I think this is fine. We might be going the wrong way, in which case, whoop. But I think this is good. Now, we ditch that stage, and we ditch the next stage, and we activate this engine. Although we're not going to use it yet. We kind of just slide around. Hope I haven't... Oh, it's going to try to dock through that. Okay. I didn't think it would automatically try to dock, but if you're going to do that, go ahead. There we go. Successful docking. By accident. Don't you love when things go according to plan? It's very easy to dock with this one. You literally just turn around. Alright, let's see how our trajectory's been affected, because we did do some maneuvering. Yeah, see, look, now we're not even going to have a periapsis. So, since we didn't end up using any RCS fuel on that at all, I'm actually going to use RCS fuel to, see, I believe that's the right way. Just hitting H real fast. Yep. In fact, that's farther than we were. So, now, flight engineer reset itself into that corner. Okay. I'm trying to think, where's the best place to put this? I'll put it right over Kirk. No. Right, so our current delta V is 461 meters per second, which is, not enough. I don't think. So yes, that is a concern. Oh, that's 30 seconds away. Okay. Well, at least we're already facing retrograde. Let's, fire up the... Stop telling me about where the electric charge is. I don't know how that got selected. Oh, we don't have any. That's interesting. You know what I forgot to do? Engage the solar panels so we could get electricity. But yes, dropping our orbit. See, I think we'll be able to drop our orbit just fine. The problem is whether we'll be able to have enough fuel to return to orbit. Like to, I mean, not return to orbit, but yeah, see, we're very low. We've used over half the fuel getting into orbit around the moon. We need however much we spend here to get back out, pretty much. Hopefully this lander will have extra fuel from its journey that we can transfer over. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and transfer some of that over right now. Gonna transfer this tank and this tank. Okay, so it remains balanced. And then check the map. I'm gonna need to get a little bit lower before we try to land. I don't know about you, but I just want to land already. Whoa! Okay, periapsis is too low, so I believe if we hit in, we should raise it. Okay, that's fine. Now we're going to EVA. Come on, EVA. Okay, hit your RCS. Where's the capsule entrance? It's on the top, isn't it? No, it's on the bottom. Okay, shift to go up. Okay, it's been a while since I've flown a Kerbal around. F grab. There we go. No, F board. Okay, there we go. Deploy shoot. No! Undock. Okay, and we need to switch vessels. And we need to tap the RCS to back up. And now we need to turn around. Engage the engines. Whoops. Screw up our turning around. Fire the engines. And yes, I'm just gonna land here. I'm not choosing a place. I know, that's really not the best way to do things, is it? But, ooh, we're already halfway out of fuel. But we did just completely deorbit, pretty much. I don't think this thing has a very large margin for error. Alright. That's most of our deorbit. Wasting a tiny bit of fuel doing that. But I think we should be fine, actually. Let's, you know what I forgot to put on this thing? I was going to put a light directly under it so that you could look down, you know, while you're landing and have a light, but, you know, kind of forgot about that bit. I could also burn off some of this monopropellant, or, you know, especially like earlier in the mission to reduce our fuel costs, but, nope, didn't think about it. Okay. Now we're falling quite fast. But we can slow down quite fast too. Oops, I slowed down way too much. Yeah, that was a bit of a waste. But as you can see, I'm wasting a lot of fuel, and not a lot, but I'm wasting some fuel, and we're still doing good. So that tells you something. Whoops. And gentle touchdown. Could have done it gentler. Fuck. Yeah, I messed that up. But I messed it up quite badly, and we still have fuel left. So that tells you something. Alright, that's an empty tank, so we're going to transfer that into there. I'm also going to change the camera view to okay, thanks camera. Okay, no, that's not the one I just transferred, it's this one I just transferred. So now this one goes into there, and then once that's done, we're going to go on the other side and do the same thing on that side. Yay, fuel transfer is so entertaining. Now, I think another staging error in this design, or not, yeah, another staging error in this design. I think that this engine should fire at the same time as that decoupler. That way I can like throttle up, right? I'm throttled up with I'm throttled up, and I mean I could get out and do some science, but this is really for testing purposes, so I'm actually gonna go at 1/3 throttle because I believe this thing's engine is probably a little overpowered. And actually, I should probably wait for the home vessel to come back around. So I'm going to time warp. Oh cool, it let me. It automatically turned off my throttle and let me time warp. And I didn't realize I could time warp to maximum, so kind of accidentally. Okay, stop. Oh, my desktop background just changed and it startled me. Ah, there it is. Hello. What? There we go. Yeah, so I'm going to have to change the configuration on this engine to make it so it's, can I set this as target? Oh, I have to go to the map screen to do that. Hold on. Set as target. There we go. I think I'm going to make 1/3 throttle the maximum throttle on this. Not sure. Let's see, how am I looking? Is my up-ups is getting close. And of course, this thing started with less fuel than maximum, by the way, so remember that. Alright, we're going to let it get a little closer. Alright, we've sort of matched speeds. Now I'm going to turn towards it, not away from it. And I'm going to burn just a little bit that way. We definitely have the fuel to spare. Time warp just a little bit, let it get closer. Oh god. kind of going a bit faster than I thought we were, because I'm kind of silly like that. But yeah, as you can see, we're approaching at a good speed. So yeah, this system so far works as planned, except the command module needs more fuel, and the third stage needs less fuel. So, it's kind of interesting how you have to balance things out. Okay, alright, turn towards it again, that way. Also, the other thing is, sometimes people have trouble with docking, and if you're one of those people, let me just say this, and transfers and, I don't know, just stuff. The nav ball is more important than what's on the screen. The nav ball helps you a lot more than looking at what's happening up top. So right now, you know, like that, all this maneuvering I'm doing it looking at the nav ball. I'm not looking at the vessels or anything, mostly. I mean, right now I'm looking, because I'm looking at the fact that I'm about to side slip right past. But, you know, you don't want to focus on your vessels, you want to focus on your nav ball. Because sometimes things don't quite look right on the vessels, but you look at your nav ball and you know you're right on target. And of course, once you get really close, then it becomes a bit more difficult. Oops, I did that wrong. Come back. Come back. Set as target. I'm probably gonna hit it. Yep, I did. Now it's spinning. Now it becomes a lot more challenging because I have to hit a spinning target. Whoops, I didn't do that right. Just gonna bump into it again now. Boing. And now I hit N to RCS away from it slightly. J? Yeah, J to go this way. No, K. Yeah, my RCS ports are placed weird, by the way, so, you know, it may look a little strange when it's going. Okay, okay. Lol, bumped it again. I don't have much RCS fuel, though, so I should probably stop wasting it. Okay, so this has turned into a demonstration of how to recover yourself from utter failure at just being dumb. Oh, shoot. Wait. Nope, that's the wrong button. That's the wrong button, too. Ah. Wait. Which? What? Ah! God damn it. Always make sure you know which way's which, because if you don't, you're gonna screw yourself over more. It's gonna bump me in the rear. Hold on. Stay. Stay. Alright, now, without bumping it. Oop. Nope, nope, that's wrong. No, there we go. See? See? Docking is easy, even when you massively fuck up and then have to dock with something that's spinning. There we go. So now we've docked. I'm gonna transfer the fuel. It's gonna be exciting as ever. There's nothing in that tank. Oh, there's nothing in any of these tanks, yeah. They're gonna be empty. But this one has the tiniest bit of fuel left. We were down to our last tank. Alright, that's the wrong button. There we go. That's almost a full tank of fuel now. And grab. And board. And undock. And now we have 876 meters per second delta V. Well, first of all, let's just get out of the way of this and hit T so we stop wasting our fuel and turning slightly. But yeah, we're out of the way of it now. And so now we got to get into the right spot to deorbit. Well, escape the moon's orbit and then deorbit, kind of in the same move. What the? No, I didn't mean to do that. That's basically what we need to do right there. Oh wow, 371.2 meters per second will just drop us straight into the core. And see, that's way less than what we have. So actually, this might have been able to do it without that fuel transfer. I wish I could go back and undo that so I can see how much I had. Because it looks like this design just works as it is. It has some inefficiencies and, you know, places for improvement, but it works. Now I've got to wait for the long coming around here. Oh wait, no, that's just the piece in orbit. Haha. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. I was thinking about the other piece that's on the surface. I thought we were coming into range of that. Let's look at debris. There it is. It's over there. Oh, we're about in the right place to burn. So let's turn this thing around and begin our burn. Of course, the real Apollo, I don't know if it had solar panels. I don't know. Maybe it did, maybe it didn't. Oh. Quit asking me these things. Ooh, what's this? Mini Apollo V2 work in progress 8 debris. Oh, that's the third stage that we brought with us. So yeah, we could have even without the fuel transfer stuff I did, I think we could have made it all, like made all this work. And there we go. We have our deorbit trajectory planned. Now all that's left to do is follow it. Where is it? There's the planet. Hello, Kerbin. At real time, you can see it approaching. That is so cool. Okay, let's fast forward that a bit. And stage. Oh, I'm still time. There we go. Now I staged. Bye bye. Bye bye, other stage. Don't need you anymore. I should probably change the parachute properties as well. I didn't even think about that though. Here we go. Burning through the atmosphere. Oh yes, there's this communicatron. Let's just extend it out into the flames so it can burn too. Because that makes sense, right? Hold on. Where's the button? Damn it. I didn't highlight it, but there are some science stuff on the lander and some science stuff on the command module, so you can do science with this as well. I'm curious what minimum pressure I have to have it at. Let's try 0.15. 0.15 and 300. Let's try that. Yep, 0.15 and 300 is exactly how I want it to go. And the rest of this you've already seen. I mean, if you want to stick around and watch it, then go ahead. But that's about it for today. Thanks for watching as always. See you in space. Ooh, I almost like died from like accidentally time warping while parachute opening. That would have been bad.